My son. My son is now 23 years old. He attends Life Steps in Butler, and excellent care there. He was diagnosed developmentally delay, which I think, back then there wasn't that diagnosis wasn't widespread. It was more of a MR diagnosis. He had lack of oxygen in his his frontal lobe when he was born. We came here back in May. He started seeing you. Since then, his language has skyrocketed to where he only said all of his life 1 or 2 words put together all of his life. Last year, after starting to see you, he's starting to put sentences together at the age of 22. My dad and I turn around and the look on our faces, we look at each other and say, he said a full sentence. It's just so amazing that it's just, it makes me tingle just to hear it. Every day it's amazing. He was diagnosed roughly before he was 2 years old. We were told to put him in an institution. Wow. Don't ever take anybody's advice on that. Go and look into everything possible. And I don't know 23 years ago if this was an option, but always keep looking. Don't ever give up. Don't say at 12 years old he's always going to be this way. The educational field says, beyond a certain age, your son will be the same way. He will be at this age. This is where it ends. This is where it's going to stay. Don't ever take that as gospel. Keep looking, because proof is right there with my son. At 22 years old, he started really developing fast. Just a few weeks ago, we had our old computer, and I had gotten it upgraded for him, and the man brought it back to us, and with all the cords and everything, and I just left it downstairs in a box. And I figured I'll get to it later, I'll put the computer back together later. Well, no, that wasn't good enough for Josh. He wanted to put it in his room on his computer desk, and somehow when I got on the phone, he went downstairs. I was talking on the phone with my mom, and he went out downstairs and he got the monitor, the keyboard, and everything, and he brought it upstairs while I was on the phone. And he put it all together himself. He knew what went where. And put it together himself. And later on, he was so quiet in his room, I didn't hear music going or anything. And I went in there, and there he is with the mouse and everything going like this, like he sees us do. And he was so quiet for an hour. I said, "What did you do?" And he had the computer up and running. Now this is my son who has been diagnosed at a 2-year-old level. Put it all together himself. My name is Carol Grippo. I'm from Butler. About 2004, I had a car accident, and I think this is what started my road to going downhill. I was in a lot of pain. I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, and I had a touch of arthritis on top of that all my life. I rolled up because I couldn't stand the pain. I had to be in a certain sitting in a certain way or laying down, or I just couldn't deal with the pain. I did a lot of sleeping on the weekends because I would keep on going all week long for my job. And then to recuperate, I spent a lot of time just sleeping, or sleeping, not totally sleeping, but just laying still because it hurt to move. And it was more in here, it hurt. So naturally I couldn't move, to recuperate on the weekends I slept a lot. I didn't like being on medication, and that didn't take away the pain and the discomfort. And I didn't like the side effects of naproxen. So it seemed to, with all of our needs and all of our discomforts, this was the solution that we were looking for all of us. And I can get through the day with very minimal pain and aches and more energy. My lifestyle has changed back to the way it was before the car accident. And I love life again.
Funny thing, huh?
That's the way it should be. It gives you hope. and you have very, I mean, there's no hurt involved. I mean, you don't have, this isn't painful. It's all on the plus side, all on the plus side.